Okay, good morning. Welcome back. Let's go back up to the combine here where we are going to warm up. Frosty this morning. It's 10:15. We're definitely not late getting to the field. She's still pretty soaked. I think the frost is burned off. Hopefully today just goes better. We will see. Can't go any worse anyway. It is Sunday morning, so again, in true Stonehenge fashion, trying to do everything. Can't get parts. So let the combine warm up a bit before I rev it all the way up. Let the gearboxes get warm a bit. And see what happens here. I do need to go up in the green tank and clean that massive blow sensor at some point. I'm going to try combining a few loads here and see if it kind of smartens up. Brake tank's full right now anyway, so I can't get to it. Got the other iPad up, the one that was in the corn planter, so hopefully I can see varieties now. We'll go from there. Well, I made it like 500 feet. The threaded rod that we put in last night bent, so I'm gonna head back to this farm again and do the same thing again. And I don't know if my chain is just pooched, so stretched that we can't get enough tension in anymore. I don't know what the deal is. We'll give it one more go. Hopefully I don't have to bug any birds people today, but can't really carry on like this either, so at least I know how it works. Just really slow with the white horn. Okay, we'll put the camera down for a bit. I was able to find a piece of threaded rod that is actually the right thread for the push rod on that tensioner, and got that all buttoned up, and I put a ratchet strap around the elevator to hold that push tensioner from bending the threaded rod out again. So I've got back to the field and I got the bin 3/4 full, and the slip clutch went. At least the slip clutch went this time instead of bending everything to stun. So we've just been carrying on, only filling the bin 3/4 full, and I've been keeping my flow rate below 2,000 bushel an hour. And I just stuffed it again here 10 minutes ago, and I did notice that the one tensioner spring for the drive belt that drives the chain that drives the clean grain elevator is cracked or broken in 2 spots, so it's not as sprung. Like I had the tensioner set to the feeler gauge that's on the spring, but the spring's broken, so we tightened the tensioner way down, and we'll see what happens. But it's just very sticky corn, 28 to 30% moisture, and it's just not flowing through the machine very well. It's not flowing out of the buggy very well. And I haven't asked how the hay buster is going, but I'd imagine it's kind of struggling as well. But just kind of plugging away, and it's actually going decent now. Since we are grinding this corn into the bunk, I don't really care too much about a good sample. Bug you guys in the way. I'll talk to you in a bit. Yeah, as I was saying, I don't really care so much about sample quality. A little bit of cob in the bin is fine. It's just getting ground up and fed, and fines to a certain point is okay, as long as I'm not chewing them up so much that I put them on the bag. But the main thing is getting the ground clean, the cobs clean, and like no losses in the field. Yeah, it's going okay. It's going okay now. I don't even know what it would be. 17 or 18 acres in, so it's already 3 o'clock or 2:45, so not a fantastic acres day so far, but getting the kinks out. She's definitely due for an elevator chain, there's no doubt about it, but I want to do the top drive sprocket when I do that chain, and so it's a little more extensive than just running the new chain in. And it is still Sunday, and if I don't have to bug anybody, I won't. I think I'm going to definitely get one ordered tomorrow morning and at some point if I catch up to the haybuster or we get frost one morning. When we get them in, we should definitely put it in. But kind of hoping that I've somewhat gained my capacity back for today anyway. Just carry on this way. Yeah. Corn harvest is finally on its way. Well, it's been going pretty consistent, to be honest. No real issues. We're into half-mile rounds now, so I'm able to get moisture is coming down as I'm working my way across the field, so my flow rate per hour is able to go up a little bit because everything's sliding through the combine nicer. So it's going pretty good. Getting a lot of cob butt ends in the tank, but I do see the odd cob with kernels on it still, so I don't want to really open anything up anymore. This variety, the cobs are still standing up, which with all the rain we've had isn't helping the isn't really helping the moisture. The corn heads actually stayed wet on the snouts all day long. So I'm assuming that those cobs standing up are holding a little bit of rain moisture still. It's going pretty good. We're 40 acres in. We'd like to go till 11 or 12 o'clock tonight until the frost sets in, because we won't be able to start till being up here 10 o'clock this morning when the combine first broke. We wouldn't have been able to go any sooner. So plan on being shut down until 10 o'clock tomorrow morning, so hopefully we can push a little later tonight. It's the game plan anyway. It's going, I think we've got all the mud cleaned off of everything. Even the buggy had issues this morning. His PTO slip clutch was going if he opened his chute right all the way up. So to get everything shined up again. Well, I haven't really been great at recording, but it was going fantastic. And about a half hour ago, I had the elevator, clean green elevator plug again, just randomly. Like, it was working awesome all day. I was able to push up to 3,000, no big deal. It plugged. I got looking at it closer. Is the belt that I tightened this afternoon or this morning to get it to work all day. I don't know if old me sabotaged us. I wonder if I, back in the summer when we had this thing gutted, put that chain in low speed knowing that we were doing wheat and beans, and I probably told myself that I would remember to switch it over when we switched to corn. Long story short, it was in low speed running, it was running at 220 RPM. Now it's running at 450. I think old me tried to save a buck on a chain by not wearing it out as fast and put it in low speed and completely forgot about it, because I have never switched that in life. In the time we've owned this combine, I've never switched that. We've always just left it in high gear. But I feel kind of stupid for that one, because I looked at it last night too, and I didn't think anything of it. To be honest, I switched it thinking I was putting it in low gear last night to get the elevator going, and then I put it back to what I thought was high gear. I just didn't put any thought into it needed to be on the big pulley, not the small pulley. So anyway, I think we have that issue solved. Everything's still worn out down there, but it shouldn't plug because it's running twice as fast now, and it was, So if anyone's wondering, you can run your elevator chain in low gear in 240 bushel corn, as long as you don't go over 2,000 bushel an hour. Sleep deprivation, maybe. We'll blame it on that. Well, I think we're doing the last pass of the night. A little after 11:30. We have a truck in the field here. We're gonna park the combine in the field and take the truck and pick the other guys up and head home. So corn head snouts are black and covered in ice, frozen soot. So my sieves still look pretty decent, but it's definitely not near as wet as it was last night at this time. So I'm thinking that if we're up here and ready to rock for 10 o'clock, I think we'll be good to go at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. Rather than work all night and not do anything in daylight. Yeah, getting that elevator chain into high speed seems to do the trick. It's been a long time since I've combined 30% corn. I just gotta go a little slower. I'm used to 2,800 to 3,000 bushel per hour, but this stuff just doesn't flow through the combine as nice, so I gotta go a little slower is all. So take it easy on the old girl. Every time the elevator chain would skip, or the slip clutch would go, you'd have to open the trap door underneath to let the corn out, and then you run it and then makes a pile. So we'll do this to clean up my mess to finish up the night. Yeah, you can see we got a layer of ice on the snouts. That wouldn't be a problem through the night, but when the sun comes up and everything starts melting, that's when you would have issues with the sieves plugging. So could keep going, but we'll go home and get some sleep. The weather looks decent this week. Doing a quick walk around while the engine cools down before we head out. Duct tape is still holding strong. And this is the ratchet trap I was talking about to hold the tensioner from buckling. Just goes around the elevator. Yeah, that's temporary, probably permanent for the rest of the year. And that belt up there is the one I was talking about that we put in high speed. Should have noticed it way sooner, but it is what it is. Seems to be working good now, other than corn's just a little bit wet to get max capacity. So, yeah. Our sieve. All the work we did to the sieve this summer seems to be holding up. For the shaker pan. So, should be good to go.